Okay, we're back. We talked a bit about data and graphs in the last lesson. This lesson, we're going to talk about using pictures. And you're going to see pictures to support the text sometimes on the examination as well. So one question I want you to ask when you're looking at the pictures is, why might that picture be used to accompany an article? There's almost always a reason. And sometimes this may not be obvious, but you have to think critically. So why might the politician on the right, I know that's not a very good drawing, but I'm not much of an artist, and I couldn't find an image of a politician that was in the public domain, and I don't feel like getting sued. But imagine that's a politician on the right and not a poorly drawn stick figure. Now, why might the politician on the right want to be pictured with the flag? Despite flags not being mentioned in the article. Let's say the article was about oil or something else, or the natural bird habitat. Okay, why might he do that? And do you think he would support burning the flag? Okay, so politician standing, there's a flag background. Why is he doing that? We actually already saw something like this. Okay, it's an appeal to patriotism, to tradition, to Americanism, and a literary device called metonymy. The flag's symbolic of something, America. Okay, people talk about the flag. They're talking about America. We actually saw in the guided practice on the civil service exam, remember the cover of the book with George Washington Plunkett had him standing with the flag behind him. That was to imply patriotism. And in his text, he actually did make an appeal to patriotism when he was talking about the civil service exams. So let's talk again about this politician. Would he support burning the flag? Probably not, but we don't necessarily know. Family pictures. You might notice I put a wife and kids there now. Okay? You'll see that a lot in political pictures too. They're popular for politicians to prove they're like you or aspirational, what you'd like to be, like the Reagans or Obama. Okay? Those are very aspirational figures. They had beautiful families. Their wives were very attired in the latest fashion. People used to go out and buy the dresses when a Michelle Obama wore one, or Nancy Reagan, or JFK's wife, okay, wore one of these new dresses. Back in the 60s, there was actually a run on pillbox caps when Jacqueline Kennedy, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the president at the time's wife, wore one. She was considered a fashion icon. Similar things happened with Nancy Reagan and with Michelle Obama when she wore dresses. A lot of them were very fashionable. Okay, you see the same thing with the royal family in England. Okay, or these family pictures could also be to portray family values, especially in contrast to someone that might not have them from the who's running against this person. It shows the person has a happy marriage or family. Maybe they have their house in order. This might not actually be the case, but this is what's implied by the pictures. So you could see that when we look at the picture at the right, that's pretty much what the political figure is probably implying. He has a happy family. He loves America. Look at the flag in the background, etc., etc. When we use pictures with informational text, a lot of times they'll have a picture of someone beside an article, and it might be that person with the author of the article, and this implies approval of the person. They may have a picture of a person and the president looking at a document. Even though the president's not mentioned, it may imply approval for the document. Okay, political cartoons are very popular on the test. Immigration is a common theme. We'll talk about that some more in social studies, but that's something to keep in mind. These political cartoons are very popular on the test. Sometimes they're confusing because they're based on old debates, but you should have a basic idea of what people are talking about in one panel, political cartoons of the style that's used in, say, The New Yorker. Photos with someone, like I mentioned, show tacit, implied approval of a letter, speech, or other text. Okay, this is very important. Look at the picture. Think about, well, why would they put this picture with this particular text? Okay? And that's it for this domain. I'll see you next time.